sideline. The head coach at the University of Alabama, former head coach of the New York Giants, took them to the playoffs in '81. And he had the opportunity to play for two of the all-time great coaches in football, Bear Bryant at Alabama collegiately and Don Shula professionally with the Baltimore Colts. We're looking at Kerry Watkins, number 4, the return man from Pensacola. The youngster who is just a freshman has come on so strong. And kicking off for Alabama will be Van Tiffin, number 3 from Red Bay, Alabama. Getting ready to move to the football and get this game underway at Florida Field. It will go high, and Watkins will take it at the 3. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, cuts back at the 20, he's across the 25, and up across the 30-yard line. Kerry Watkins, the freshman from Pensacola, Florida. Nice return as we look at Kerwin Bell, and Chester Braggs brought him down for Alabama. Bell ranking 4th on the all-time SEC passing list. Offensively, it's Wayne Williams, Anthony Williams, Ricky Nattil, Eric Hodges, the skill position man across the front, William Sims, McCarthy Davis, and Jeff Zimmerman. A split backfield behind Kerwin Bell, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And there's a flag. As we wait for the call, Wayne Williams and Anthony Williams will be the running backs. Anthony number 36 and Wayne number 23.
It's like illegal procedure. What happened, I think, was one of the offensive linemen put his hand down and then pulled it up, and you're not allowed to do that.
Slaughter, Jarvis, Smith up front, Bennett, Gilbert, Godwin, and Thomas, Robinson, Thomas, Kendrick, and Cooper. Cornelius Bennett, the great player for Alabama. You'll be hearing about him this afternoon as we look at Kerwin Bell. It is now 1st and 15 on the 28-yard line, and Bell drops the throw on the first play of the ball game. It is complete to Wayne Williams, and he gets to the 35-yard line before he is brought down by Cliff Thomas, the senior nose guard for the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. Wayne Williams, a sophomore from Titusville.
Kerwin Bell had plenty of protection on the first play, the first passing attempt. And as we mentioned earlier, we're going to be watching what happens at that line of scrimmage. And right there, Kerwin Bell had all the time in the world to look down the field for a receiver.
2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line. As Florida's tight end, Clifton Reynolds, lines up to the left of Bell. The pitch is going to go to Wayne Williams, and he is brought down as he crosses the 35-yard line. Alabama's defense, led by Cornelius Bennett, gets in there. Bennett is a senior All-America candidate, 6'4", 235 pounds from Birmingham. Wayne Williams picked up 158 yards for an average of a little over 5 yards per carry this year.
Nice play by Greg Gilbert, who made the containment right there, made the running back cut back, and his teammates made the tackle.
3rd down and 7, the ball on the 36-yard line now for Florida. No score in the football game. We are just underway in Gainesville. Receivers left and right for the Gators as Bell looks to throw. He's complete to Anthony Williams, who gets to the 38-yard line. The junior out of Tampa Plant High School. It's going to be short of the 1st down, and the Gators will have to kick.
Yeah, nice play by Greg Gilbert, the inside linebacker, making the coverage in the flat, making the play at the line of scrimmage.
The punter will be Jamie McAndrew, averaging just under 40 yards per kick. He is a freshman walk-on from Colorado. Gets it off, and it will be taken at the 35 by Alabama's Greg Richardson to the left side, and it's brought down at the 31-yard line.
Steve Stipe on the play.
He's a senior from Waycross, Georgia. Now here we look at Mike Shula. Grew up in Miami, Florida, went to Columbus High School and had a great high school career there. He is 4th on Alabama's all-time passing list, and he went past a couple of guys named Namath and Stabler, so that's not too bad. Good Humphrey, as you look at Haas Johnson, Rose, Neighbors, Condon, and King up front for the Crimson Tide of Alabama. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. And the give-off is going to go to the fullback, Kerry Gould, and he is stacked up, hit hard by Keith Williams and Clifford Charlton for the Gators.
We might mention that the Tide is without the services of 2 of their better running backs. Gene Jelks is limping around on a sore ankle this afternoon and probably won't play, and Kerry Good is out, number 35.
2nd and 7 on the 35-yard line for Alabama. 36 7-yard kick and a 6-yard return. Mike Shula pitches, and the pitch is going to go to Bobby Humphrey, and Humphrey back against the green across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Nice moves on that play by Humphrey. Lewis Oliver and Clifford Charlton bring him down. He's a 5.3 yards per carry average for 1986.
Jim, I might have misspoke myself. Doug Allen, the fullback, will not see action, and his replacement is Kerry Good.
He has moved into that starting role, number 35. Alabama going with 2 tight ends on 3rd and short yardage at the 40-yard line. As Shula goes with the eye and chants the signals, the pitch is going to go to Humphrey. He's stopped by Florida. As Arthur White, the big junior, gets in there from Frostproof and brings him down.
Clifford Charlton also in on the play. Nice job of those linebackers.
Flag on the play that you can see at the bottom of your screen, and you'll see what the call is. Illegal procedure, and it is against Alabama. So that means that the Crimson Tide will be kicking.
The Tide pitches the ball to the tailback, and here comes Arthur White from Frostproof, number 43, closing on the inside.
Now Alabama's Chris Moore will be kicking, averaging just under 41 yards per boot, and he gets it off high, sails it, and it goes out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Ricky Nattiel was back there waiting. He really got his foot into it.
Now the Gators are going to start inside their own 20 as we look at the Tide bench, and we needed to mention that the defensive coordinator for the University of Alabama, Joe Kines, spent many great years here at the University of Florida. He was the defensive coordinator of the 1984 SEC championship team when the Gators had such an outstanding defense, and now Joe Kines is the defensive coordinator of the Tide.
44-yard kick, no return. 1st and 10 on the 16 for Florida. The give-off goes to Wayne Williams, and a good gain on the play as he picks up a 1st down to the 30-yard line. A great hole there waiting for him, too, the sophomore from Titusville.
Gigantic hole up front for the Gators. Charles Wright playing an offensive guard for Jimmy Davis, doing a nice job out there this afternoon. Charlie Wright coming as a junior college transfer here this year to the University of Florida. Number 60, an offensive guard.
Eric Hodges to the bottom of your screen, 10. I formation for Florida on 1st down. And the give-off goes to Anthony Williams, turns it outside across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Running with authority, averaging 4.6 yards per carry.
Well, both teams are going to have to accomplish and improve with their running game and their passing game if they expect to win this ball game. You can't go out there and do only one. You're going to have to get both of it done at the line of scrimmage.
No score in the football game. 10 minutes, 14 seconds to play, 1st quarter. I formation for the Gators. Brett Wickman, bottom of your screen. And the give-off goes to Wayne Williams, and he is met by Alabama as he hits the line of scrimmage. Randy Rockwell, a weak side linebacker, a junior from Danville, Alabama, makes the hit. That brings up 3rd down and 2. Ball on the 38.
We often talk about the home field advantage for the Gators, the terrific home field record they've had the last few years. Well, Alabama is 5-0 here against the Gators. They've won 5 and never lost at Florida Field.
I formation as Bell drops back on 3rd and 2 and throws, and it is complete. Driven out of bounds on the near side is Anthony Williams as Bell hit him coming out of the backfield, and he is to the 41-yard line. So he picks up the 1st down.
Again, great protection up front. Kerwin Bell having the time. You look at David Williams fighting off Cornelius Green on the outside. Anthony Williams picking the reception up for the 1st down.
1st and 10, the ball on the 41-yard line on the near side hash mark as we look at the end zone shot. 31 dotting the I, Octavius Gould, the freshman from Jersey, as Bell rolls and then throws back to Gould on the near side. He's across the midfield and he's into Alabama territory and down to the 41-yard line of Bama. Great block by David Williams, the quick side tackle before Bama brings him down. And and George Bethune, 59, made the hit for Bama.
And Frank McCarthy, the center, also throwing an excellent block on that screen. It's a little bit of a throwback screen. Kerwin rolls to the right. Now he's going to throw back to the left, and watch the blocks by Frank McCarthy and David Williams. There's Frank McCarthy and David Williams throwing the block. Big first down, great field position for the Gators.
At the 41-yard line of Alabama, the give off on the counter is going to go to Anthony Williams, who goes to the 35-yard line and maybe across to the 34. Tommy Cole brings him down. Bell is 4 for 4 in the passing department for 30 yards this afternoon.
Again, keep your eye on Cornelius Bennett, number 97 for the Crimson Tide. He's their All-American prospect. A lot of times he's lining up against the Gators' offensive tackles. 2nd and 5
at the 36-yard line now for Florida, as Bell gives off, and hitting into the line is Wayne Williams to the 35-yard line. Not much yardage there as Alabama's defense sniffed that one out, and Wayne Davis, the senior linebacker, made the hit for Bama.
Well, there'll be a lot of big third down plays this afternoon, and we're looking at a big one right now here. Can the Gators continue this drive, or will the Crimson Tide shut them down?
No score. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter at Florida Field. Number 4, Alabama, and number 13, Florida. The Gators in action with the eye as Bell rolls and goes long, and it is a fight for the football down there. Let's see what the referee's going to decide. Rick Whitman was the receiver, number 20, the senior from Gainesville, who made the catch, and he made it at the 21-yard line. Alabama's defensive back, Freddie Robinson, was right there. Let's take a look at it again.
Well, again, we're seeing Kerwin roll out a little bit. Brett Whitman is fighting Freddie Robinson, the quarterback, for the ball. Simultaneous reception goes to the offense. They gave it to the Gators. First down. Great effort by Brett Whitman.
Whitman, who wants to be a doctor someday, 4.0 grade point average. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. The give off goes to Gould. He's inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Gould has come on very strong. The youngster from Jersey, averaging just under 4 yards per carry, 3.4 yards per carry, 110 yards so far this year. Gator basketball is back. Vernon Maxwell, Joe Lawrence, Andrew Moten, and all the Gators back in the most successful season ever. Tickets are on sale now at the Gator Ticket Office. Make plans now to spend the season with the Gator basketball team. 2nd and 7, the ball on the 18-yard line as Florida drives on Alabama. No score in the football game. First quarter at Florida Field. Split backfield behind Bell. Kerwin Bell looks. He throws, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of the tight end, Clifton Reynolds, number 81.
Clifton Reynolds had gone down the middle, sat down just beyond the linebackers, found a gap in the zone right there, and he was wide open, and he had a shot at that ball, but he just didn't have the hands to make the reception. Kerwin put a lot of steam on that pass, but Clifton needs to come up with that play if the Gators are going to continue to move the football.
3rd down 7 at the 18, 6:15 to play first quarter, and right now Ricky Nattil would be at the top of your screen. The I formation for Kerwin Bell, and split down to the left would be Eric Hodges, number 10. Out to Nattil. Nattil is hit as he touches the football. No reception. Freddie Robinson, 21, right there to hit Nattil.
Real nice play by the cornerback, Freddie Robinson, as we see Jeff Dawson coming out. The Gators are forced to go for the three-pointer.
Dawson is perfect in the field goal department this year, 4 for 4, and perfect in point-afters, 5 for 5. 2 for 2 from this distance, which will be, it will come from the 25-yard line, so we're to 24-yard line, so we're talking about a 34, 35-yard attempt. His foot is into it, and it is no good. No good. The first miss of the year for Jeff Dawson, and Florida comes away from the drive with no points. 6 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Alabama takes over the football, and they are deep in their own territory.
Now the ball just...
And so we see now as the Crimson Tide takes over the football in the first period. These two top flight teams getting together in a great matchup this afternoon. Mike Shula, whose dad is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, whose brother David is an assistant coach with that team. Grew up with the Dolphins in South Florida, carrying a clipboard around, getting to chart things. But he learned a lot as he watched fellas like Bob Greasy and Earl Morrall turned into a super high school quarterback at Columbus High School in Miami.
Well, you know the thing about Greasy and Morrall, where they were great students of the game as well as terrific quarterbacks. So young Mike Shula, he had his dad, who was obviously a terrific student of the game, and Greasy and Morrall learned from. As we look at Ray Perkins, who also had an NFL career as a player. He was an All-American wide receiver at Alabama in the mid-60s. He teamed up with Joe Namath in some great Orange Bowl victories over Nebraska in the mid-60s.
He's done an excellent job since going back home again. His center is an All-America candidate, Wes Neighbors, a senior from Huntsville, and his dad, Billy Neighbors, played for the Dolphins prior to Don Shula coming there. First and 10 at the 20 as the play goes to the outside on the right side to about the 22-yard line. Bobby Humphrey, the ball carrier, the sophomore for Birmingham, brought down by Adrian White and Keith Williams for Florida. Williams 66 and White 2. So that brings up second down after a 3-yard gain, 7 yards to go. And Humphrey averaging 5.3 yards per carry coming in here. Bama has been perfect this year. They are 3-0 coming to Florida Field.
1-0 in the SEC, right, with a win over Vanderbilt.
Perfect record in the Southeastern Conference. Mike Shula, left-handed quarterback, throws. It's complete to Bell, the flanker, at the 36-yard line. And Lewis Oliver, a sophomore from Belgrade, brings him down. Bell from Los Angeles, California, has caught a touchdown pass this year, averaging just under 9 yards per reception.
One thing that Gator secondary did 2 weeks ago against the University of Miami was knock some people's heads off in that secondary. And Lewis Oliver is a great hitter. Adrian White, the safeties, they'll give those Alabama wide receivers something to think about all afternoon.
8-yard gain, first and 10 on the 31 for Bama as Shula goes to the split backfield. And the give-off is going to go to Bobby Humphrey, and he rips it for a first down as he gets to the 45-yard line. Ron Moten, the senior outside linebacker from Clearwater, makes the hit for the Gators.
Well, what Shula did there was show that defense the ball, gave the fake pitch action, turned around, hand the ball to Humphrey, and he hit a big hole up front.
14-yard run for that young man. 4 minutes and 42 seconds to play first quarter, and no score at Florida Field. Alabama driving on Florida. They're still on their side of the 50. It's first and 10 at the 35 for Bama. Shula's got to give is going to go to Terry Good, the fullback, and he gets short yardage to the 46-yard line before Jeff Roth and Scott Armstrong combine. Roth, a middle guard, a sophomore from Seminole, and Armstrong, a senior from Ocala at the Forest High School there. Second down 9 on the 46-yard line for Bama. Bell would split to the left to the top of your screen. Excellent sure-handed receiver for Mike Shula to throw to. Shula's got the time here. Florida, and picking it up is Ron Moten. Moten's at the 20. He's at the 10, and he is down to the 1-yard line before he is dropped at the 1. Keith Williams putting the pressure on the passer, and Ron Moten picked off the pass on the outside. Stefford made the tackle for Bama.
All right, Keith Williams, number 66. Watch the pressure. He runs right over Humphreys, the back. Forces Shula to give up the butterfly pass in the flat, and there's Ron Moten. Ron's heading for that end zone. He's looking for his caravan. He's going to get run down from behind on a great effort by number 86, Angelo Stafford, the tight end, who would not give up and chased Ron Moten down on the 1-yard line.
He made a great play on it. It's
52-yard return, Jim.
First and goal on the 1. Kerwin Bell with the eye. And the give-off goes to Wayne Williams, and he's in the end zone for the score. The Gators get the first score of the afternoon and go out front by a score of 6-0 at Florida Field. And now they try for the extra point, and it is Jeff Dawson on the field.
And why do they have 6 points? Because of the great interception by that terrific Gator defense. There he goes, airborne. Once the tailback is airborne, it's very difficult to stop him in midair.
And so Florida has scored first, and we've got an injured player down on the field. 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play in the first quarter as the Gators pick up the touchdown, and being assisted off the field is number 21, Freddie Robinson, the senior from Mobile, who has played so well in the deep secondary this afternoon.
Oh, he has played well at that quarterback position.
So the touchdown drive, 1 play, 1 yard run. Wayne Williams. It took all of 4 seconds.
Well, you know, was it Anthony Williams that scored the touchdown?
Wayne Williams, 23.
There's the hero. There's the hero, Ron Moten. He's the guy responsible for that touchdown. Actually, Ron Moten needs to get Keith Williams over there on the camera, because Keith Williams was the hero.
Jeff Dawson to attempt the extra point. His foot is into it. He splits the uprights. It is good. And the score is now the University of Florida 7 and the Crimson Tide nothing. We'll be back with more from Florida Field, but first, timeout for these messages. We're back at Florida Field, and John David Francis is getting ready to kick off. 3:38 to play first quarter, and Florida leading 7-0, and Francis kicks, and he kicks high and deep, and it'll be taken by Braggs in the end zone. He's at the 5, he's at the 10, coming cross field, and turns up at the 15-yard line. He's down between the 16 and the 17, and we'll see where they spot it down. And that way, Alabama will take over the football in their territory, and they're going to spot it down between the 15 and the 16-yard line. That was a 16-yard return by that young man as he made a nice carry out. 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. And there you see the drive, not very long. The big hero, as Jim pointed out, Ron Moten, a youngster who intercepted the football and ran it all the way down to the 1. Crimson Tide now with a split backfield is Shula gives off to Humphrey, and Humphrey is met there by the right side of the Florida defense. Scott Armstrong, the first guy to say hello and welcome to Florida Field.
And Henry Brown also, Jim, number 99, Big Henry from Fort Myers, Florida, doing a nice job as we look at Scott Armstrong, number 57, Steve Stipe, number 95, doing a nice job out there for the defense. We talked about the expectations of a defensive battle, and sure enough, the first team to score the result of a big play on defense.
2nd down 8 on the 17-yard line. Gators lead the Tide 7-0. I formation now as Mike Shula looks at the Florida defense and gives off to Humphrey coming from the top of the I. He comes to the 22-yard line, and there's a flag on that play. Lewis Oliver, the free safety, the sophomore from Belgrade, made the hit. Well, the thing about Alabama and Ray Perkins and Mike Shula is because Florida scored first doesn't mean that that's going to take much wind out of their sails. They would come right back in a scratch and claw and fight.
Alabama, in the few times that they've lost the last couple of years, have only lost by 2 points here, 3 points there. They've never been dominated in, I believe, 2 or 3 years by an opponent, in terms of an opponent winning by 10 points, 14 points. That doesn't happen against Alabama. They've been in every ball game that they've lost, and they don't lose many. We're talking about the last couple of years and the program that Perkins has put together there at Tuscaloosa.
Against Alabama for illegal use of hands, and the penalty is going to set the football back to the 14-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Bama as they come out of the huddle. They send Bell to the bottom of your screen to the left, almost out of your picture right now, as Mike Shula looks at the B, and he gives off to one of his running backs, Bobby Humphrey, who gets the call again, and he picks up a couple of tough yards. Scott Armstrong, Steve Stipe combining again, and Armstrong 57 that you see coming off the field right now.
Looks like he hurt his shoulder. Scott was dropping back a little bit. He saw the pass potential, and then the ball was handed off on the draw, and he came up to make the hit.
6'1", 230 senior from Forest High School in Ocala, just south of Gainesville. 3rd down and 8. The ball is on the 18-yard line. A minute 48 to play in the first quarter. Florida leading Alabama, and Alabama's got the football. Mike Shula hangs on the football himself and gets across the 20 to the 22-yard line. But Florida had him right there as Arthur White, the inside linebacker, the junior from Prosper, 43 you're looking at, made the hit. And that brings up 4th down and means that Bama will have to kick away.
I don't know if this was pre-designed or not. Yes, it was. It was called intentionally a quarterback draw. They were hoping that the inside linebackers would fly out of there. At least they'd get a block on them. But Arthur White was quick as a rattlesnake right there, and he was on Shula before young Mike ran about 4 yards with a football.
4th down, 3 is the situation. The snap is going to come from the 22-yard line, and he kicks it away. And does he sail it very nicely? Comes out of bounds on the far side there at about the 38-yard line, and the kicker for Alabama, Chris Moore, really got his foot into the 38.
Well, Ricky Nattiel is so dangerous back there returning punts. It looks like Alabama might intentionally be kicking the ball away from him, and sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you shank a punt if you're too conscious of kicking away from a return man. So we'll follow that action the rest of the afternoon.
There was a 40-yard kick and no return, so he's had 2 boots this afternoon for 44 and 40, and there's been no return on either one. So he's a great weapon to have on your side. 1st and 10 at the 38 for Florida. They're operating in their own territory as Bell drops and looks and throws, and he is complete to Octavius Gould out of the backfield, and Gould to the 35-yard line before he's run down by Greg Gilbert, the right side linebacker for Bama.
Octavius Gould looks like he gave the ball up once he hit the ground, but it didn't count. Was not ruled a fumble, obviously. The ground cannot make you fumble. And again, Kerwin Bell has the time to look down the field, in that instance picking out his running back.
2nd and 2 on the 45 for Florida as the seconds tick away here in the first quarter of play. Wickman 20 in motion to the bottom of the screen, and the give off goes to Gould, and he's fighting for it, but I don't think he's got the first down.
Very close.
Like Alabama stacked him up before he got there, but we'll see when they on file.
Well, Octavius Gould comes to the University of Florida because he wanted to run with the football as a freshman, and he's getting a chance this year, isn't he?
He's a great player. Was a parade All-American, and they don't pick too many of those. And that's a lot of guys play high school football. That is the end of the first quarter with the score, Florida 7 and the Crimson Tide of Alabama nothing. And we'll be right back, but first we're going to take time out for these messages. We begin the second quarter here at Florida Field with the Gators leading 7-0. They're in possession of the football. It's 3rd down, less than a yard on the 48 as Gould did not quite make the first down on the last shot. And now here is Kerwin Bell at the line as Florida drives on Alabama. The give off goes to Gould, and he forward and gets to the 50-yard line. He's got the first down at Florida Field. Kerwin Bell, by the way, is 8 attempts this afternoon. He's had 6 completions, 50 yards.
What a nice second effort by Octavius Gould. He's stopped temporarily at the line of scrimmage by Greg Gilbert, but he does not give up. Keeps churning those feet, picks up another 2 or 3 yards in the first down. Very impressive freshman running back. 1st and 10 at the midfield stripe for the Florida Gators. Kerwin Bell looks to throw and does, and it is complete to Ricky Nattiel, who still on his feet and ball on the Alabama side near the 30-yard line. Ricky Thomas takes it out, a senior who grew up at Eglin Air Force Base. Well, Freddie Robinson, number 21, does not believe what he just saw. He has Nattiel covered, he thinks, along the sideline. Look at the protection, excellent up front. Watch Ricky Nattiel put the hand down, make the 360 turn, do not touch the sideline. What an All-American effort that was. That's why Nattiel has a great reputation in the Southeastern Conference. Gators pick up 20 yards, 1st and 10 at the 30 as Bell again throws after being blitzed. It is incomplete. A little bit high for Gould coming out of the backfield. Kerwin tried to float that one in. That's a touch pass to the tailback. He just drifted over his head a little bit. He couldn't come up with the reception, but the play was there. The screen was an excellent call by Galen Hall. 2nd and 10 on the 30-yard line, and Florida is in Alabama territory. Bell is 7 for 10 this afternoon, has picked up 70 yards. Kerwin Bell with the I formation. Give off goes to Gould again, and Gould inside the 30 to the, call it the 28-yard line, but that was tough yardage. Cliff Thomas right there along with Kirk Jarvis for Alabama. Big Cliff Thomas, 6'2", 251 pounds from Pearl, Mississippi. He came up with a pearl of a play right there. He certainly did.
right cornerback got hit right in the back by the football, and that brings on Jeff Dawson, and he gets a shot at another field goal. This one is going to come from a little over 45 yards, about 46 yards.
Steve Cooper had done a nice job, Jim, covering Hodges right there, and you're right, the ball hit him right in the back, and the Gators are forced to try the three-pointer.
There is the ball. So Jeff Dawson gets the long shot, and he was just a little bit off as the ball had the distance.
Well, he must be missing by inches. We can't tell from our angle, but both times he's standing there looking at the referee saying, "What do you mean? I thought it was good." So, of course, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, right?
That was a 45-yard attempt, and Jeff is 0 for 2 in field goals this afternoon. First and 10 now on the 29-yard line for the Crimson Tide of Alabama. As Mike Shula goes with a split backfield and receivers left and right now, they go to the eye. Shula's pitch goes to Humphrey, bobbles it for a second, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage as Ron Moten gets in there. What a game he's having along with Clifford Charlton and Jason Lambert.
Jason Lamberth's seen some action out there this afternoon, number 59 for the Gators. Where's Jason from? Let's see. He's doing a terrific job. Jason Lamberth from Jacksonville Parker High School. He's a freshman, seeing some extensive action this afternoon for the first time in his Gator career.
Second and 12. The ball on the 27-yard line for Alabama. They trail 7-0. Florida trying to protect the lead, and Bama trying to put points on the board as Mike Shula looks to throw. And hangs onto the football and runs himself brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Ron Moten, 58, was the guy that came in there and made the hit on him. The winning attitude starts with individual performance combined with a strong team morale. Mid-State Federal Savings and Loan admires this spirit and is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Most Valuable Player of the Game award, which will be announced at the conclusion of today's game. Mid-State Federal is Florida's full-service financial center.
Yeah, and I'm voting for some inside linebackers right now.
You'd have to
Arthur White, Scott Arndt.
Is it strong? Real close. Third and 10, the ball on the 29-yard line now for Alabama's Crimson Tide. Mike Shula operates on the far side, hash mark. The wide side for him would be to the left as he looks to throw and unloads long, and it is complete right in front of the Florida bench at the midfield stripe to Greg Richardson, a senior split end from Mobile. Number 17, Adrian White and Gary Watkins take him out.
Well, the Tide offensive line keeping the Gators away from young Mike Shula. Shula does a nice job of throwing the ball down the field, doesn't he? Greg Richardson coming up with the play just close to the sideline, 1 foot in bounds. That's all you need in college football.
A 21-yarder, but it's a longer throw than that, a difficult pass to complete. First and 10 now at the midfield stripe for Bama, as again Shula will take to the air, and it is complete to his tight end, who's down at the 40-yard line, and that is Angelo Stefford, number 86. And so a nice completion for Alabama. Gives them first down and 10. The ball on the 40. Let's look at it again.
Shula looks to his left and then comes right back immediately to Angelo Stafford, his tight end, who's found a gaping hole in the middle. There's Arthur White missing that tackle right there. The tight end picks up the first down.
So Bama driving in Florida territory. Mike Shula throwing again, and he throws to Humphrey in the backfield, and he's driven out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. So a loss on that play. Jarvis Williams, a junior right cornerman from Palatka, diagnosed that, was right over to make the hit.
Pat Moore, number 46, seeing some action at the inside linebacker position. The Gators making some changes on defense. You got to keep fresh bodies out there if you hope to chase the opponent all afternoon.
That's one thing we'll get to in just a second, too, which we want to talk about as far as Florida's concerned. Second and 11, the ball on the 41-yard line. As Mike Shula, under a rush, let's go, and let's go long. Florida, with just over 70 players on scholarship, is in that situation where they really cannot, Jim, afford to lose anybody. They have got to stay healthy all season long.
That's right. schools that they play have the full use of all their scholarships, so it's always important to keep your players healthy. But when you talk about depth, that only means you don't have any other weaknesses to talk about. So that's one of the few problems you'll probably bite the bullet and accept. Shula 4 for 6 at this point, 39 yards with 1 interception as well.
3rd and 11 on the 41. Mike Shula throws a quick one coming out of the backfield and right to the tight end. And he is down across the 30 before he is brought down. Again, we're talking about Stefford, and Jarvis Williams makes the tackle. Stefford is a big, tall guy. He's got nice size on him. He's about 6'5", 195, a junior from Pritchard, Alabama.
Well, both quarterbacks getting excellent protection from the men up front. Shula has a chance to dump the ball again on the delay this time to the tight end. The tight end faked a block at the line of scrimmage, then slipped out to the secondary to pick up the first down.
At the 27-yard line, and the kickoff is going to go to Gould, the fullback, and he is hit and brought down as he goes to the line of scrimmage. Rodney Weston, 68, the big sophomore Bellblade, makes the tackle. 10 minutes and 12 seconds to play second quarter, and the Gators of Florida lead the Tide of Alabama 7-0.
Alabama getting a little bit more confidence now on offense. This is their first sustained drive. The Gators held them in check for most of the first quarter. Now Alabama really putting together an impressive offensive drive.
Slot offense to the right side. Bell number 1 in the slot. Mike Shula at the controls at the 26-yard line. And Shula is looking out there in the flat. He's got a man. It is complete at the 16-yard line to Greg Payne, number 6, the flanker, who catches the football and brings it down. Scott Armstrong makes the tackle for the University of Florida Gators as Bama picks up another first down at the 16-yard line. And there is a hold call against Alabama, so that is going to hurt them.
Well, I think any time you throw the ball as much as these teams will this afternoon, obviously they're going to go out there, it looks like to us, and put the ball in the air. There's going to be more holding penalties. That umpire, that's all he's paid to do is get out there and call holding penalties. So he's watching that line of scrimmage, and every time the ball's put in the air, there's an opportunity for a young man to grab a defender. They noted the violation right there, and they're going to march off a penalty against the Tide.
Young Shula this afternoon has had 5 completions out of 7 attempts for 52 yards and 1 interception. Let's take a look at the play once again. Here's Mike
Johnson. Haas Johnson, number 60. What a name for an offensive lineman. He hooked the Gator defender, and Big Haas got a penalty on that. I bet his daddy called him that from day one. Come here, Haas. Nice to have you with us, Haas.
Well, he's big enough to go to work at 6'4" and 269 from Huntsville, Alabama.
You know, Bonanza was big on television when young Haas was born.
Yeah, that's right.
20-some years ago, I'll bet.
2nd and 19, the ball on the 36-yard line as Alabama calls timeout, and we'll be back with more from Florida Field. Timeout for these messages. Mike Shula with receivers left and right. He's got the time to throw. Behind the line of scrimmage. Clifford Charlton coming in from outside. The junior linebacker out of Tallahassee.
Now that's the potential we knew that young man had. Remember last year in Baton Rouge when he dominated as a pass rusher. He got a chance to play a little bit last year. Now that Alonzo Johnson is gone, he's going to be the star. He's rushing against Big Bill Condon right there. Excuse me, Joe King. Joe King, the strong tackle, 6'5", 275, and Clifford just had too much speed for him right there.
8-yard loss for Bama. 3rd down, 27, ball on the 44. Alabama in possession in Florida territory. Mike Shula unloads deep and long, and it's going to be intercepted by Florida. Great play on the ball.
Lewis Oliver and Arthur White, I believe.
Fighting for it down there. Adrian White, number 2. Jarvis Williams gets the interception, number 26. His 3rd interception of the year.
Well, the ball was well thrown. Greg Richardson had run an excellent pattern. He faked to the sideline, then shot up the sideline toward the end zone. Shula throws the ball right on the money. Excellent protection. I think it's Lewis Oliver, the safety, that's going to make the recovery. Here he comes. Yes, it's there.
And Jarvis Williams
comes up with a deflection.
Great play. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Florida. Kerwin Bell's give-off is going to go to Gould. Turns outside. He's across the 25 to the 26-yard line before Bama drags him down. And Freddie Robinson, the senior quarterback from Mobile, makes a hit number 21. Octavius Gould, a sophomore from Browns Mills, New Jersey, rather a freshman from Browns Mills, New Jersey. One of an excellent group of freshman running backs that the University of Florida has.
I tell you what, you're talking about a game of inches. That play could have been a touchdown, but Louis Oliver was there just at the instant the ball got there to push the receiver, and now the Gators have the ball on offense themselves.
Again, it was Octavius Gould getting the ball on 2nd down 4 at the 26-yard line, and he was stacked up by the Alabama defense, and it was George Bethune, 59, who is from Fort Walton Beach, went to Choctaw High School there, made the hit for Bama. 3rd down 2 with the ball on the 28 now for Florida. 7 minutes and 26 seconds to play in the first half. As Eric Hodges' 10 will split to the right for Kerwin Bell. Motion man will be Natil, 89, and Kerwin Bell pitches to Gould. Gould is hit behind the line of scrimmage, and there's a flag on the play. Vantrese Davis, freshman right side linebacker for Bama, diagnosed the play and made the tackle. Prior to this play, Williams had picked up 17 yards on 6 carries this afternoon, and it was a motion call by the official on the field.
Well, let's back up a minute. Alabama was moving the ball very successfully on that last drive. Then they came up with a holding penalty. They got backed up a little bit. Then Shula drops back to pass, has Richardson right on the end zone line, but the Gators make a great play, and now the interception is given to the Gators, and they come back with ball possession, and now Jamie McAndrew will see if he can punt the ball away for the University of Florida.
Bringing up 4th down. It's 4th and 6 on the 24, and Walter Bird will be the snapper as McAndrew, the son of former Mets pitcher Jim McAndrew, will kick away. He gets it off very nicely, a little bit wobbly. It's going to be taken by Bama. And drilled as he touches the ball going back. Greg Richardson, the split end and return man, and Dwayne Ferguson, 38, was down there, junior out of Warner Robins, Georgia.
Excellent play by Dwayne Ferguson.
I'd have a lot of courage to stand there and catch that football, don't you, with the thundering herd coming down the field. And Richardson was drilled almost as he touched it, and Ferguson, of course, coming down just like a kamikaze out of the sky.
44-yard kick, return of 0. That's what you're looking for as a punting unit.
1st and 10 on the 32 now for Alabama. They're in their own territory, and Bell will be the flanker to the near side, and the pitch is going to go to the trailing back, and he turns outside, and carrying the football was David Castile, and his number is 28. Arthur White makes the hit, and there's a flag on the play. It's against Alabama.
Well, we talked about holding penalties on passing plays, but we've seen 2 holding penalties called on running plays this afternoon. That's quite unusual.
Off the yardage, and that's exactly what it was. 1st and 10 now at the 23. So that really puts Bama back there with 6 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter.
Right now, Alabama with only 81 yards total offense.
Ray Perkins on the sideline has done a great job since coming back to Alabama to replace the legendary Paul Bear Bryant. 1st and 20 now at the 23. And the give off on the counter is going to go to Castile, and he carries to a little short of the 30 before Pat Penner, the junior left tackle from Lakeland Kathleen High School, makes the hit.
Alabama using some different running backs. They want to keep some young thoroughbreds in there. Again, they're without Gene Jelks, their leading receiver, who's not playing this afternoon, and also fullback Doug Allen. So they're missing 2 of their star performers.
2nd and 14 for Alabama at the 29-yard line as Mike Shula goes to throw and does. A quick one to to Bo Wright, number 40, and Bo is hit at the 34-yard line and brought down by Pat Moore, number 45, out of Pensacola, went to Escambia High School there. So the line of scrimmage will be the 34-yard line, and that will bring up third down, and call it 8 yards to go for Alabama's Crimson Tide. The Tide on the far hash mark, the wide side for them would be the left. They send Bell over one, far to the left. Mike Shula, the quarterback out of Miami, Florida, directing the attack as he has all afternoon, and ball goes up into the air, and they call it an incomplete pass rather than an interception. I think there was a question about it, but big old number 99 for the University of Florida, Henry Brown, was right there. Now the other referee did say that it was an incomplete pass, and so that brings up 4th down and 8, and the ball remains at the 34-yard line, and that means that they're going to have to kick, and here is Moore, number 5, to boot.
Henry Brown will be dreaming about that ball.
Is Moore. Yeah.
He had a shot at an interception.
Moore gets a real nice one off. Natil picks it up at about the 33. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. And across the 45 and down at the 46-yard line. We'll be back with more, but first, these messages. Mike Shula is 6 for 10 this afternoon for 58 yards as we look at the Florida training staff. Chris Patrick and trainers looking over somebody on the Florida bench. There's the story right now. A little over 4 minutes to play in the first half. The Gators lead 7-0, and they have possession of the football. It's 2nd and 7 at the 26 for Florida. Kerwin Bell, let's go. He's got Anthony Williams coming out of that field for the first down at the 38-yard line. The junior out of Tampa, Derek Thomas, the sophomore linebacker, and Joe Godwin make the tackle for Bama.
This is all Kerwin Bell. The Gators get mixed up front as they Alabama players are looping and twisting, and Kerwin saw that he had pressure and looked for a receiver immediately to hit Williams.
First down and 10. The ball on the 38-yard line right now for Florida. That was a 12-yard pickup. 3:35 to play first half. The Gators lead 7-0. Kerwin Bell rolling, looks and throws, and he's going for Wickman a little bit high. Just missed time a little bit, otherwise Mr. Wickman would have been headed for the promised land. Kermit Kendrick, the coverage man for Alabama, number 27.
Boy, Kerwin Bell zipped that ball in there, too. He had a window of opportunity that was very small, and he threw the fastball on that one.
Certainly did. Brett Wickman, the best man at Kerwin's winning this past year. Kerwin is 8 for 13 this afternoon for 82 yards. 2nd and 10. Bell gives off to Wayne Williams, who is brought down as he crosses the 40 at the 41-yard line. Alabama was really there to sniff that one out. Joe Godwin, number 90, made the hit for the Crimson Tide. Crimson Tide comes in here rated as number 4 in the nation, and the Florida number 13, as Bell takes a look to the sideline to Galen Hall to see what he wants to call. 3rd down, 7 at the 41-yard line. Less than 3 minutes to play first half. Slot to the right side for Florida. Bell rolling and throws a quick one out of the flat. It goes incomplete. It was intended for Wayne Williams coming out of the backfield, and he was getting some coverage there by Greg Gilbert, 56, right side linebacker. So that brings on the punting team as 4th down comes up. 4th and 8 at the 40. Jamie McAndrew, who originally came here to play baseball, walked on, and they liked what they saw when he kicked, and so he is the kicker. He gets that one away nicely, and it goes out of bounds along the far sideline. And we'll be back with more, but first, let's take time out for these messages. 1st and 10, Alabama at the 29-yard line. 2:36 to play first half. Florida sitting on a 7-0 lead. Mike Shula hands off to the tailback, and that would be Bobby Humphrey. And Humphrey gets pretty nice yardage on the University of Florida across the 35-yard line before Lewis Oliver and Kerry Watkins combine to bring him down at the 38. So So a nice carry for that youngster. Two minutes and 12 seconds to play in the first half. That was a 31-yard kick. Mike Shula's give off is going to go to Kerry Good, and Good is across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Clifford Charlton makes the hit and brings him down.
First down, Alabama.
2 minutes to play. Here's Kerry Good as you're just looking at his average. And he's played a fine football game this afternoon. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line for Bama. I formation with Bell, number 1 in the slot to the left of Mike Shula. Now Bell, the motion man, goes to the top of your screen, and Shula pitches to Humphrey, and he's going to throw the halfback passer. He's trying to, and can't find anybody open, and he gets through a host of Gators across the 45-yard line. The ball goes loose, and it's recovered by the Gators. Recovered by the University of Florida. The fumble was by Bobby Humphrey. Let's take a look at it.
Bobby Humphrey does an excellent job right here not throwing the football. There's no one open, so he's supposed to tuck the ball under and run with it. And Keith Williams in pursuit right there. Bobby does the right thing. Now all he's doing is hustling down the field. But watch the hit by Clifford Charlton. Arthur White.
Oh,
and who was that?
The loose ball. And
Keith Williams again knocked the ball loose.
Kerry Watkins gets it, and of course Arthur White and Williams knocking the ball loose. So that gives Florida the football 1st and 10 at the 49, and we'll be back with more after these messages. 1st and 10, Florida at the 49-yard line. A minute 30 to play first half. The Gators lead 7-0 on the number 4 ranked Crimson Tide. Ricky Nattil, 89, the motion man, as Kerwin Bell looks to throw, steps out of the pocket. It's one out there quickly to Wayne Williams, who picks up a first down across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Alabama in the first half
brings him down.
Excuse me, Jim. Alabama in the first half has given up 2 interceptions and 1 fumble as we look at Galen Hall on the sideline.
His Florida career mark, 18-2-1. So what a great record he's had here at the University of Florida.
12-yard run on the last play.
1st and 10 now at the 39. Again, Bell to throw, and dumps one out to Anthony Williams, and Anthony is hit down on the 37-yard line. So Kerwin really saved that one. He was under a lot of pressure when he let that one go. Greg Gilbert made the tackle, and we'll be back with more after this. On the 37-yard line of Alabama, a minute 3 to play first half. Kerwin Bell with receivers left and right in the slot man. Ricky Nattil, 89 in the motion, and Bell throws one to Octavius Gould. He's across the 30, and he's inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. And there's a flag on that play at the 30. Octavius Gould with a carry for the University of Florida, and a flag at the 30-yard line. We'll see what that call is.
That was an excellent call. The screen was set up beautifully. Looks like one of the offensive linemen perhaps clipped on the play. We'll have to get another shot at it. There's no perhaps. They called it, so no holding.
It was a hold against the Gators. It's going to send it back to the 40-yard line.
All right, now Kerwin's going to get pressure from the top of the screen, but that's intentional. They want to invite those guys inside. Let him come. Now drop the screen over his head. There's your back wide open, Octavius Gould. Now let's see if we can pick up the blockers. Big Bob Sims and Frank McCarthy are down the field. One of them was flagged for holding.
2nd and 11 at the 40, and another flag on the play. And it looks like that's going against Florida, too, and that could be an illegal procedure call against the Gators. 36 seconds to play in the first half. The Gators leading Crimson Tide 7-0 at Florida Field.
Kerwin was trying to check off right there, and for some reason the ball was snapped. Automatic illegal procedure.
It was illegal procedure. Frank McCarthy, 53, is the center, up over the football. 2nd down, 16. The ball on the 45-yard line with the eye as Kerwin Bell is under some pressure, throws and throws it as he is being hit, and it goes as incomplete. 23 seconds to play. It goes as incomplete. Bell was really under a lot of pressure as Alabama's defense had really penetrated into the Florida backfield and had done an excellent job on that last play.
What the Gators are trying to do to give Kerwin a little bit more over time is roll him out a little bit, have that pocket move a little bit. But right there, the speed from the outside, I believe it was Cornelius Bennett, their All-American defensive end, had an opportunity to chase Kerwin down from behind.
3rd and 16 at the 45 for Florida, and now we are getting a timeout on the field. Florida's had 3 penalties for 35 yards this afternoon.
I believe the Alabama coaching staff is being asked to step back from the sideline. They were debating the wisdom of that last call a little bit too vociferously. And I believe that's what that's all about. That's only normal. In the heat of the battle, you're going to want every call to go your way, and unfortunately, it doesn't work that way sometimes.
At the 45-yard line, Kerwin Bell, being under a lot of pressure, throws this one out in the flat to Gould, who comes out of bounds right in front of the Florida bench. They say no catch. He was juggling it as he went out of bounds right in front of the University of Florida bench. So we've got an incomplete pass.
I think they'll probably go for it here. It's only 16 seconds left, 4th down. I don't think Alabama can do too much damage if they get the ball.
No, they're going to go. They're going to kick, as we've seen McAndrew.
Well, that's what I said. I think I said they thought. I was kidding. I thought they'd go for it, but looks like they're going to play the conservative roll, go for the 7-point lead at the halftime and punt the ball away.
4th and 16 at the 45 is the situation, and McAndrew standing at the 40 on his own side of the midfield stripe. Now we've got another whistle and a flag. It's too much time against Florida, which is, I think, what they wanted, to give McAndrew a little bit more room to move the ball.
I agree. I think that was intentional.
Rather than try to get it into the end zone, try to force either a return or let's see if he tries to angle it out of bounds. Waiting for the snap is McAndrew. Bama has no one back for the return as he gets it high, and the Gators get downfield, and they can't quite get under it. He got a lot of foot into it, and so it'll come out to the 20 with 7 seconds left to play in the first half. So here comes McAndrew off the field. He is the freshman walk-on punter who has really come on and done an excellent job for the University of Florida in this 1986 season.
I tell you what, both teams are padding their defensive statistics this afternoon, aren't they? 2 excellent defenses just shutting down some powerful offenses out here.
Florida's deep backs are back so far they look like they're headed for the north end zone. That was a 50-yard kick, no return, and the give-off by Shula goes to Humphrey, who hits into the line, and they will let the clock run out. And at the end of the first half, Florida 7 and the Alabama Crimson Tide nothing. We'll be back with more after these messages from local. Always
Yeah, you're talking about Kerwin Bell and his poise and such under pressure. I had a chance to attend his wedding last summer, and when you don't sweat at your own wedding, you know you got a lot of poise, and Kerwin didn't have a drop on his face.
There's the kickoff. Alabama takes it at the 3. They're at the 10. Across the 20-yard line, Bobby Humphrey with a football and brought down at the 28-yard line. I think your nickname for him, Cool Breeze, really fits. Kerry Watkins, a freshman number 4, cornerman from Pensacola, made the hit for the University of Florida Gators. So Alabama will put the football in play, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And we're talking about poise under pressure. Well, Mike Shula has proven to the Crimson Tide faithful that he can bring that team from behind on any Saturday afternoon.
He goes with the I formation and receivers left and right. The pitch is going to go to Humphrey, and Humphrey cuts it back. And loose ball on the field, and it's going to be recovered by Florida in front of the Alabama bench. But let's see, they might have blown the whistle already. Lewis Oliver was right there.
Didn't have possession, though. I think
when he went out of bounds, didn't have possession.
No, so the ball stays with Alabama, and that was a nice effort by Bobby Humphrey. The tailback had a lot of depth. He made the cutback, giant hole. Now Lewis Oliver has a shot at the football, but he's not going to get it. And Adrian White, as well as chasing the football, Alabama maintains possession.
2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line on the I formation by Mike Shula. the give again, goes to Humphrey, goes straight up the middle, and he is hit by the middle of the Florida defensive unit. Arthur White, Scott Armstrong there to combine on the tackle.
We keep talking about those inside linebackers. What a game they're having. As we look at Bobby Humphrey, 50 yards, that's 5 yards per carry. That's a pretty decent afternoon, isn't it?
That's just in the first half, too, so he is having a fine afternoon.
He's gotten 50, but Alabama as a team's only gotten 67.
It's a good thing that he made the trip.
That's right.
As we look at Ray Perkins, 3rd down and 1 on the 38-yard line. High formation again for Bama. Mike Shula at quarterback. Shula carries himself and gets the first down to the 40. Brought down by Arthur White, junior inside linebacker, number 43. Got some help there from big Rondi Weston, 68 from Belle Glade. Just into the second half of play, the Gators of Florida leading the Crimson Tide of Alabama 7-0 at Florida Field.
Momentum obviously being so important to each team. That first offensive series of the second half, very critical to establish momentum. Let's see who's going to get it.
Mike Shula on 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, drops the throw. Down behind the line of scrimmage, Clifford Charlton coming in from outside to make the tackle on Mike Shula.
And big Keith Williams doing another fine job with the pass rush. That time they sandwiched Mike Shula. Look at Mike looking to the left. He's trying to find one of his receivers. Clifford Charlton gives the back an Olay move, much like a bullfighter does. Hits Mike in the back. The ball is free, but I think Mike fell right on it to maintain possession for the Tide as we look at 2 stars of that Gator defense. Clifford Charlton, 56, and Keith Williams, 66.
2nd down and 14. Ball on the 36-yard line now for Alabama. Shula under some pressure gets away from it. He's across the 40 and goes out of bounds on the far side of the field, just short of the midfield stripe and short of the first down.
Mike Shula doing an excellent job of dodging a bullet right here. Again, the Gator pass rush doing an excellent job. Watch Mike. He knows he's under pressure right away. Sees Keith Williams again and Clifford Charlton as well. Mike does a 360. Now he's wide open. He decides to run the football. He's looking for that sideline, as well he should. Arthur White, Ricky Mulberry chasing him out just short of the first down.
13-yard gain. 3rd down and 1. The ball on the 49. 3 wide receivers in the football game for Alabama. The pitch goes to Humphrey, and Humphrey is hit as he gets to the corner. Let's see if he got the first down or not.
Looks like he just got over the 50-yard line, and that perhaps will be a first down for the Crimson Tide.
Clifford Charlton makes the hit for Florida. They do get the first down right at the 50, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tide. What Mike Shula has is 2 great qualities, awareness and presence of mind.
And he used both to escape the pass rush, pick up some significant yardage, get his team in a position to pick up another first down.
Those aren't the only 2 qualities he has, but those are 2 outstanding ones. Again, with 3 wide receivers on first down, Shula to throw, and does, and it is complete to the 37-yard line to Drake Payne, number 6. Lewis Oliver, the free safety, makes the hit. Payne is a junior from Montgomery.
Mike Shula throwing a bullet right here. Greg Payne works himself free. Shula under tremendous pressure throws a strike. Lewis Oliver over to make the hit after the reception.
Another first down at the 37-yard line of Florida as the Crimson Tide keeps their drive alive. 11 minutes and 55 seconds to play 3rd period, and Florida leading Alabama 7-0. Bama in possession. Shula again to throw, and does, and this time he gets his flanker, number 17, Greg Richardson, on the Florida side of the field at the 15-yard line. He's bounced out of bounds there by Lewis Oliver. We'll take a look at it again.
Escapes Ricky Mulberry, who has the protection in the short zone, gets behind Mulberry rather easily, and Lewis Oliver is a little late coming over, makes a big hit, but a well-conceived play, and Richardson was wide open in that gap.
Gives him the football inside the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, the ball on the 14. Again, the 3 wide receivers slot offense for Alabama. 1 Bell to the left of Shula in the slot. I formation, Humphrey top of the I. Humphrey gets the call on the counter, and he is hit as he hits to about the 12-yard line, so he picks up a couple of tough yards.
Jeff Roth, number 96, doing a nice job at the nose guard position.
Rodney Weston right there for the Gators of Florida. That'll bring up second down 8. And Shula is 8 for 12, 2 interceptions, 94 yards this afternoon.
From Seminole, Florida, number 96, Jeff Roth at the nose guard position.
Right down around in Pinellas County, where so many good football players have come from. As Mike Shula looks at the Gator defense, Shula's got the time and throws, and he's got Richardson again, who is hit at the 10-yard line. Florida sniffed that one out pretty well, and Ron Moten makes the tackle there right at the 10.
Well, I tell you what, those receivers do not like those crossing patterns, and one reason is because a little receiver might get hit by a big linebacker, and Richardson has a lot of courage coming across there right now, and look, boom, there comes Moten a step sooner, and Moten might have really delivered a big hit.
It's a mismatch, and Richardson is 168, and Moten is 228. 3 catches this afternoon for almost 50 yards. Bell in motion now to the top of the screen as Shula looks and throws, and it is complete. Touchdown, Alabama. In the end zone as he gets Bobby Humphrey coming out of the backfield, so Alabama is on the board. We've got a 7-6 ball game here at Florida Field. Let's take a look at it.
Ricky Mulberry, the Gators' left quarterback at the top right of your screen, gets beat on the inside move by Bobby Humphrey. Nice job, Bobby Humphrey, on a post route. Mike Shula delivers the strike.
Van Tiffin, the senior from Red Bay, Alabama, will attempt the extra point. Barry Abney is the snapper, and Darren Whitlock will hold, and the kick is through the uprights and good. And we've got a 7-7 ball game at Florida Field. We'll be right back. Van Tiffin will kick off. He has kicked 106 straight extra points. The SEC record, the NCAA record, 125 in a row. And the ball blows off the tee, and he has to set it up himself. But that's Mr. Consistency, Mr. Automatic.
I think he might have been concerned that he might not get on the field this afternoon and get a chance to do that. Alabama comes right out of the chute. The second half takes control. Mike Shula coming up with the big plays, moving the team down to score.
Florida takes the football at the 15, at the 20, and coming out of bounds here on the near side at the 28-yard line is Dwayne Glover from Titusville, Florida. The hit was made by Craig Epps for Alabama.
What an excellent drive that was by that Alabama offense. They came out and, as we mentioned, momentum. They took control right out of the chute, beginning the third quarter. Now let's see if the Gator offense can meet the challenge. 11
plays, 71 yards, time of possession 5:09. 10-yard pass to Bobby Humphrey from Mike Shula. First and 10 on the 28 now for the Gators of Florida as Natil 89 goes in motion to the top of the screen, and on the counter the carry is going to be by Wayne Williams, and gets a little tough yardage in there. The return was 13 yards. On the kickoff, 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. And the ball is at the 30. As we look at Wayne Williams. I formation now. Anthony Williams is the up back, and Wayne Williams is the tailback, the A&W backfield for the Gators. As Kerwin Bell throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for Ricky Natil and almost picked off by Alabama's Greg Gilbert. Almost picked off. Bell put a lot of speed on that one.
Now 5,000 or so Crimson Tide faithful are on their feet right now, urging their defense to hold the Gators here midway in the third quarter. Big third down for the University of Florida.
3rd and 8 at the 30 right now. 9:07 to play in the third quarter. A 7-7 ball game at Florida Field, and flags all over the field. It looked like somebody moved, maybe one of the guards for the Gators, and so they're going to march 5 off.
Again, illegal procedure. The Gators were attempting to check off, and someone moved up front. Now it's going to be a more difficult third and 14 it looks like.
Yep, ball has moved back to the 25-yard line now. Bell is 11 for 20 this afternoon, 103 yards. Alabama with 4 down linemen. Linebackers playing right in the gaps. And Kerwin Bell pitches a quick one out to Wade Williams. He's across the 30 and fights across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A sophomore running back doing an excellent job on that play.
About a yard short, it looks, of the first down, maybe 2 yards short. The Gators forced to punt.
And so that brings on Jamie McAndrew with the football at the 36. Comes from Parker, Colorado. Went to Ponderosa High School. Walter Bird will be the snapper. It's 4th and 2 with the 36. McAndrew gets it off and sails it deep. Richardson takes it down at about the 14-yard line. He's across the 15, driven down on the 17-yard line, but there are flags on the play.
Kerry Watkins on the tackle, number 4.
As he really gets down there along with Dwayne Ferguson.
A flag on the play, Jim Gallagher.
We'll see what that call is. 7-7 ball game at Florida Field. It is a clip when it's against Alabama. So that's going to put the Tide way back in their own backyard. Puts the football back to the 8-yard line. That was a 54-yard kick.
Greg Richardson's running with the football. Right in the back.
54-yard boot, 6-yard return. McAndrew really got a lot of foot into that one.
Now the Gator faithful in the south end zone are on their feet, urging their defense on with the Gator Jaws cheer, trying to hold that Alabama offense in check.
1st and 10 at the 9 for Bama. Way deep as Mike Shula comes to the line with the I formation. Florida with the 4 down linemen. Give off is going to go to Humphrey, and Humphrey turns upfield across the 10-yard line. Brought down by Lewis Oliver. And they're going to spot it down at the 14. It's a nice 5-yard gain.
Bobby Humphrey, very impressive young running back out there this afternoon.
He's just been excellent. Caught the touchdown pass, too. Tell you about Gator basketball in a minute. Right now, they're at the 14. A little over 8 minutes to play third quarter. 7-7 the score in Gainesville. Shula's give goes to Good, the up back, and he is hit and stacked up close to the first down. Keith Williams, the big senior from Milton, Florida, there to make the hit. Gator basketball is back. Vernon Maxwell, Joe Lawrence, Andrew Moten, and all the Gators are back from the most successful season ever. Tickets are on sale now in the Gator ticket office. Make plans to spend the season with a Gator basketball team. Ray Perkins, Alabama head coach on 3rd and short. Played for Bear Bryant in Alabama, and Don Shula with the Colts. And Don McCafferty with the Colts. 3rd and 1 on the 18-yard line now for Mike Shula and the Alabama Crimson Tide. The pitch is going to go to Humphrey. He's got the first down across the 20, turns upfield, and is knocked out of bounds in front of the Bama bench at the 37 by Adrian White, number 2, the senior from Orange Park.
Bobby Humphrey from Birmingham, Alabama. Very impressive tailback this afternoon. Weighs about 190 pounds, 6'1". Excellent speed as he eludes Oliver and Mulberry right there. Picks up another 10 yards because of the missed tackles.
That puts the football at the 36-yard line and gives Alabama first down and 10. We saw Albert the Alligator cheering the defense on a moment ago. A 19-yard run for Humphrey, who gets the call again, and this time gets hit and brought down. Bringing him down, Arthur White, 43 for Florida. 2nd down and 8 on the 38-yard line for Bama. A 7-7 ball game in the third quarter. Crimson Tide sending Richardson far to the left at the bottom of your screen, Bell to the top. As wide receivers, the I formation. The give-off goes to the tailback, and he goes to the right side. Humphrey, and he is hit and brought down. Arthur White makes the hit. Offsides against Florida, as one of the Gator defensive linemen must have jumped. Looked like Roth, the middle guard. And we'll take a check that on Humphrey, because that's 28 carrying the football, David Castile.
Castile and Wright in the backfield now. Again, the Tide alternating their running backs, trying to keep some fresh backs in there.
Gators have 50 yards in penalties this afternoon. 6:22 to play third quarter, 7-7 to score. Mike Shula pitches on second and third from the 43 to Castile, and Castile staying on his feet and outside, and Lewis Oliver takes him out, and that gets the first down for Alabama as they move across the 50 to the 49 of Florida.
Just an excellent job by David Castile. We talk about second effort all the time. Watch this young man run into a brick wall. Now he's going to continue his effort, though. Bounces outside, picks up about another 4 yards for a big play for the Tide, a big first down.
First and 10 now for the Tide as they drive again on Florida for the second time in this third quarter. Shula's pitch is going to go to Castile again, and he turns upfield, and he is across the 40-yard line, inside the 40, before the Gators are able to take him down, and Keith Williams, the left side tackle, makes hit for the Gators.
Wes Neighbors at the center position, number 54. Larry Rose, number 74. Big Hoss Johnson, the quick tackle, number 60. Bill Condon, 77, and Joe King, the strong tackle, number 72, winning that battle right now at the line of scrimmage for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line. They've got the chains out, measuring it on the far side.
Very impressive running game here in the third quarter. Alabama now with 130 yards rushing versus 51 for the Gators.
Bama really came out of the locker room, and as you said, they came out of the chute, moved down the field and scored, and they've got another drive going here in the third quarter, and the score is 7-7. So Florida's defense really being put to the test here in the second half.
And the Gator defense has not played badly either. Mike Shula made a great second effort to continue his team moving the football with that scoring drive, and now we've seen the Alabama backs again with second effort continuing to pick up yardage, allowing their team to keep moving those chains.
That wasn't quite a first down, so it's second down and 1, and the ball on the 39-yard line. I would say less than a yard to go, and getting the call is the tailback, Castile, and he comes across and over, and he's got the first down. So Bama picks up the first down, keeps their drive going in Florida territory.
Arthur White, number 43, is shaken up on the play, made a big hit on that play, hitting Castile, but it looks like he might have hurt his shoulder.
Late in the fourth quarter, Jim and I will pick the Mid-State Federal Player of the Game. At the end of the season, a scholarship will be awarded to the university in honor of the Mid-State Federal Player of the Year. We'll be back with more from Florida Field, but let's take time out for these messages. We're back to action here at Florida Field in Gainesville as Arthur White comes across the field, a 6'1", 210-pound junior. Looks like he was shook up a little bit on the last play. It's first down and 10 at the 38-yard line now for the Crimson Tide of Alabama. It's a 7-7 ball game with a little over 5 minutes to play in the third period. Receivers left and right. Bobby Humphrey back in the ball game, and getting the call is Bo Wright, number 40, and he gets a couple of tough yards on the Gators. Keith Williams, the senior left defensive tackle from Milton, Florida, makes the hit for the orange and blue.
Well, Alabama's been running that football very effectively here on this drive and on the previous drive. Look for Mike Shula to bait that defense to come up and stop the run and hit him with that play-action pass.
Second down and 8. The ball on the 36-yard line now for Bama with the eye. Mike Shula looking at the Florida D. His pitch goes to Castillo coming to the near side, and he is hit and brought down at the 34-yard line. And Jeff Roth, the sophomore middle guard from Seminole, Florida, makes the tackle. Castillo, by the way, is from Eglin Air Force Base.
Now the Tide coming in with perhaps their 3 wide receivers, an obvious passing situation, third, and a good healthy 6, maybe 7.
With less than 4 minutes to play in the third period and a 7-7 ball game, 3rd and 6 is the official call at the 34-yard line. They've got Bell 1 at the top of your screen and a split backfield behind Mike Shula. We've got 2 wide outs in the tight end. The motion man 26 is Humphrey as Shula goes to throw, and shovel passes off the number 35, Kerry Good, who goes inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Jarvis Williams makes the tackle.
Oh my goodness, what an excellent play. They want Clifford Charlton to come in like that. Clifford's doing his job, and then they sneak the delivery to Good underneath. Just a terrific call by the Alabama offensive brain thrust. Ray Perkins, seeing that Clifford Charlton was coming with great intensity outside, calls the quick shuffle pass.
1st and 10 at the 22 now for Bama. I formation for the Tide, and Humphrey takes the pitch from the top of the I, stacked up inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Tough yardage as the Gator D stiffens. Rondi Weston, Elglade brings him down, big 68. Great all-around athlete in high school, played Central High.
Well, a real gut check out there right now. Both teams getting tired. That battle up front is critically important. Alabama right now controlling the line of scrimmage.
Bama now with the I. Bo Wright 40 is the up back. Castile at the top of the I. 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line in Florida territory. Shula's pitch to Castile, and Castile brought down at the 17-yard line. And Pat Moore brings it down, number 45, Pensacola.
Pat Moore doing a nice job, the freshman inside linebacker from Escambia High School.
Mike Shula, 11 for 15, 118 yards this afternoon. He reminds many people of another Alabama quarterback who went on to great success in the pros, Bart Starr. 3rd and 4 at the 16-yard line for Bama with a slot I, and the pitch is going to go to the top of the I to Castile, 28. He's dragged out of bounds at the 8, but there was a flag on the play. And it may be a motion call against Alabama. Lewis Oliver, the free safety, makes the tackle.
I don't think so. I think one of the Gator defenders jumped across the line of scrimmage. They probably refused the penalty. It looks like they picked up more than 5 on the run.
Yeah, they did. They got inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Let's take a look at it again.
Jeff Roth, who's playing on right on the football. Jeff needs to be watching the football rather than guessing at the snap count. Castile doing an excellent job in this series, running the football for the Crimson Tide.
That was an 8-yard gain and moves the football to the 8. So it's 1st and goal for Bama at the 8 with a minute 42 to play in the 3rd quarter. 7-7 the score at Florida Field. The Gators with a 3-4 defense, and the give off goes to Wright. Wright's inside the 5 with a 4-yard line. Rondi Weston getting credit for the tackle. Gets some help there from Scott Armstrong. Alabama once again knocking on Florida's door. And the seconds are ticking away in the 3rd period. 2nd and 4. 2nd and goal at the 4. Mike Shula went to Miami Columbus High School. I formation, motion man is Bell. And the pitch is going to go to Castile, who is in the end zone for the score. David Castile, number 28, carries the football in for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And they lead 13-7.
Well, Castile gets the credit for the points, but the entire Alabama offensive unit deserves the credit for that drive and those points.
4-yard run. 51 seconds to play in the third period, and Bama is leading 13-7.
Total domination, literally, of the third quarter by that Alabama offense.
Here's Mr. Automatic, Tiffin, who's kicked 106 straight extra points, and here's the boot, and that makes it 107. And the score now is Alabama 14, Florida 7. We'll be right back after these messages. "91 yards, 15 plays, 7 minutes, 52 seconds. Castillo's 4-yard run gives Alabama the lead. The kick by Tiffin comes out of bounds on the Florida side right at the 20-yard line.
15-play drive. That makes offensive coordinators do double back flips. Anytime your team can go out and control the football for 15 plays. And then the drive before that, I think, was 11 plays. I think Alabama had about 26 offensive plays, 27. And I don't think the Gators had more than 3. We'll double check that. But here we got 51 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Gators did not see the football, but on about 3 plays in that whole quarter.
Albert's pretty sad about that. 51 seconds to play, third quarter. Tiffin booting from the 30, and it bounces high, and it will be taken by the Gators across the 20, the 25, the 30, and up to the 38-yard line is Stacy Simmons, number 28, a young man from Clearwater, Florida, one of those fine freshman running backs at Florida. There you see the entire story of the scoring drive. And John Mangum, 29, brought him down for Bama.
Stacy Simmons, highly recruited high school senior last year, seen some action there, returning the football, number 28.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. That was a 23-yard return. Frank McCarthy, the center, is up over the football, and at the controls, Kerwin Bell. Receivers left and right in the split backfield behind him. Bell throws out of the backfield to Octavius Gould, and Gould close to the first down at the 47-yard line. A freshman from Browns Mills, New Jersey, Greg Gilbert, sophomore linebacker from Decatur, Alabama, makes the hit.
Kerwin Bell, I think, might have sprained his ankle or gotten a Charlie horse or some such thing with his leg. Looks like he's having a problem with his leg out there. Let's see if he can shake it off. He's limping.
2nd and 1 at the 47 for Florida. Slot offense with Hodges 10 in the slot. Mateel to the bottom of the screen. A 9-yard gain for Gould, and again he gets the call. This time he goes for the first down with a flag on the play. Cliff Thomas makes the hit for Bama. Number 99, the senior nose guard from Pearl, Mississippi. It's going to go against the University of Florida.
Holding on the offense as we end the third quarter.
We'll be right back after these messages from your local station. Kerwin Bell throws, and it is at the midfield stripe. Brett Wickman, the senior from here in Gainesville, future doctor, makes the catch. Ricky Thomas, the strong safety, the senior from Eglin Air Force Base, makes the hit for Bama.
Well, I hope he's a pediatrician because I would trust him holding some babies. He's got some great hands, doesn't he? Watch this. Terrific pitch, terrific.
13-yard gain on that for the Gators, and that gives them the first down as we begin the fourth and final period of Florida Field. The Tide of Alabama, rated number 4 in the nation, ahead of the number 13 ranked University of Florida Fighting Gators, 14-7. Florida's been penalized 7 times for 60 yards this afternoon. Second reception this afternoon for Wickman. He's had 2 catches for 26 yards.
Now this game very much in doubt as we have 15 minutes in the little less than 15 minutes here in the fourth quarter to go. Crimson Tide with a 14-7
Thank you all for coming.
First and 10 now, right at the midfield stripe as we look at Galen Hall, the head football coach at the University of Florida. And the give goes to Octavius Gould. He's still on his feet, fighting forward, and he is knocked out of bounds in front of the Octavius Gould, the ball carrier, and Derek Thomas takes him out, and they're going to spot the football down at the 44-yard line.
All these young running backs on both teams are so impressive with their second effort. Look at Octavius Gould. He gets hit, knocked backwards, but those feet keep powering forward. He breaks 3 tackles and picks up another 4 yards. We saw the Alabama running backs with that second effort. There goes Octavius Gould with the same kind of attitude.
2nd and 4 at the 43 now for the Gators as they drive on Bama. And on the counter, it is, again, Gould getting the call, but Bama was able to sniff that one out, and Cornelius Bennett, you see why he's an All-American, was the guy that made the hit for Bama.
Charlie Wright was trying to trap Cornelius Bennett, but he eluded the trap block and made the hit in the backfield. 3rd and 5.
At the 45-yard line for the Gators, and they're trailing, trying to put points on the board as they send Rickman to the left side. And here is Kerwin Bell looking at Bama's D. Stops, and he's a lot. Pressure brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. Cornelius Bennett coming in to make the hit on Kerwin Bell. Back into Florida territory. Jamie McAndrew now comes into the football game to kick.
Bennett has that great speed from the outside. Was able to elude the block of the tight end and the tackle. I think there might have, again, been some confusion at the line of scrimmage as to who had the responsibility for Bennett. And he was going full speed for the quarterback.
6-yard loss. McAndrew averaging 43 yards this afternoon. Sales a high one. And Richardson will take it at the 16-yard line. He's drilled at the 17. The Gators, Reggie Corley, 44, down there to make the hit. Young man from Niceville. So Alabama starts way back in their own territory. They've done that before. 1st and 10 at the 13. And Florida's defense getting ready to stiff it.
Alabama's offense playing with a lot of confidence right now.
39-yard kick by McAndrew, no return. 13 minutes and 21 seconds to play in the game. Bama leading 14-7. Here's Mike Shule at the line with an I formation. The carry goes to Kerry Gould, and he, as he goes on the counter across the 15 to the 16-yard line, is brought down by Lewis Oliver and Clifford Charlton.
He literally ran out of his shoes right there. Gould was hitting the backfield, but the linebacker wound up with a shoe rather than a leg, and Gould proceeded down the field for a nice gain.
Gets the football to the 16-yard line. It's 2nd down and 7. I formation for Bama. 3 down linemen for the University of Florida. Bell, the flanker, in motion. And the give off on the counter is going to go to Humphrey from the tailback spot, and he goes to the 22, where he's brought down by Rodney Weston and Ron Moten.
Another 1st down for the Crimson Tide. Again, the offense controlling the action out there for Alabama.
Well, you know, Jim, I feel that Clifford Charlton and Ron Moten have played very well and deserve consideration for the Mid-State Federal Player of the Game, which we'll pick before this 4th quarter is over. 1st and 10 at the 23 for Bama's Crimson Tide. And the counter play, the carry goes once again to Bobby Humphrey, the young from Birmingham, who's played so well, but Scott Armstrong for the University of Florida makes the tackle.
Now, when you have a 14-7 lead, you can be very patient on offense, although that's no guarantee. 1 touchdown, that's not much of a lead, obviously, but Alabama in no hurry as the clock continues to tick. They're going to keep the ball on the ground if they can. They're going to pass when they want to.
Okay, how y'all doing?
2nd down and 6 at the 27-yard line for Alabama. They're in their own territory driving on Florida. The Gators with a 3-4 D, and the give-off goes to Humphrey, caught as he hits the line of scrimmage. Good penetration there by Pat Moore, 25. Humphrey has 100 yards against Florida this afternoon and 20 carries. 3rd and 4 at the 29-yard line. As Mike Shula, left-handed quarterback from Miami, Florida, looks over the Gators. The shovel pass again, loose ball on the field.
No, it's
and they call it an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Mike Shula knew that. He wasn't worried about it. Even though it's underhanded, it's forward. It's forward. If it's forward, it's incomplete. That's why it's not so much of a gamble. And it worked rather well before, but this time the Gators penetrated, knocked the pass away, but it was a pass.
What it's done, though, is brought up 4th down and gives Florida a shot at the football with 10 minutes and 53 seconds to play. So it's 4th down 4 on the 29, and that means that Chris Moore will have to kick for the Crimson Tide, and he gets it high, and Ricky Nattiel is waiting for it at the 25. Nattiel at the 30-yard line, and Nattiel to the 32-yard line before Bama's special teams brings him down. They take him out of bounds on the far side in front of the Alabama bench, and it was George Bethune who was there to make the tackle first. Here's Kerwin Bell now coming across the field, number 12, a 46-yard kick, 7-yard return. Both the punters have been excellent this afternoon. You've got to give that to the guys with the magic feet. As we look at Galen Hall, and he's got the play in the game. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line now for Florida, with receivers left and right. And Kerwin Bell to throw. He's under a lot of pressure back there. Taken down by big number 89, who comes in for Alabama, Philip Brown, who came in and made the hit. Takes him back to the 21-yard line.
Well, again, that's a mistake in blocking. They got a back on this 260-pound defensive end. There was evidently a mix-up as to who had responsibility. It's always big men on big men, and the backs will pick up the linebackers. But again, it looked like a mental breakdown there at the line of scrimmage.
11-yard loss at 2nd and 21 at the 21 for the Gators for the I formation. Somebody jumped and somebody jumped. Let's see who it's going to go against. A lot of flags on the play, and the jury's out right now. They're making a decision. Waiting for the call. Legal procedure against the Gators. So they march it back to the 16-yard line. 2nd and a cab ride at the 16 for Florida. Look at the penalties for Alabama, 5 for 35, for Florida, 8 for 65 this afternoon.
9:54 left in the 4th quarter.
And the Tide leads 14-7. Here comes Octavius Gould with a football. He's across the 20 and up to the 25-yard line before Bama takes him down. Ricky Thomas, the strong safety, who's from Eglin Air Force Base, makes the hit.
Niceville, Florida. Or Niceville. What is that? Niceville.
I'd say Niceville.
It's like Smallville.
That's right. 8-yard pickup, but it's still a long way for Florida. And here's a big 3rd down coming up for him with 17 to go on the 24. 9:16 to play in the football game. Eric Todd was 10, splitting to the left, bottom of your screen. Kerwin Bell to throw, runs forward, looks, throws one out, and he's got Anthony Williams. Anthony Williams has got to get the 1st down, or rather, it gets to the 35-yard line. It's got to be short of the 1st down. And that was, as we said, Anthony Williams, 36, carrying the football. Ricky Thomas, the strong safety, made the hit. Short of the 1st down at the 35-yard line. So that means that it's 4th down, and Florida's going to have to kick. McAndrew is waiting for the snap. That was an 11-yard pickup, and McAndrew gets it. Is it Salem? Richardson takes it down at about the 15-yard line, turns upfield, and is brought down at the 22, between the 22 and the 23-yard line.
Well, we have a roughing the punter penalty, Jim Gallagher.
I see that at the 25.
I didn't pick up the number of the Alabama player, but he definitely hit the McAndrew, the punter, a rather silly penalty. Alabama has a chance to get the ball back, eat up the clock. Let's see if we can pick it up on the replay. McAndrew in his punting motion. You cannot touch the punter. And he was really hit from the backside. That penalty is designed to protect the punter, who's obviously very vulnerable when he's kicking the football.
Roughing the kicker, and that was a big one against Alabama, so that gives Florida a second shot at life. 1st and 10 at the 50.
And there should be a new attitude in that offensive huddle now. They got the ball on the 50-yard line. Great field position. Can they take advantage of it?
A little over 8 minutes to play. Kerwin Bell with a split backfield, receivers left and right. Bell to throw, and does, and it is incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Rodney Jones, 87. In and out of the hands of Jones. Alabama has 50 yards on penalties on 6 penalties this afternoon.
Well-thrown football. Rodney Jones just could not hold on to it. He was well down the field. Just an incomplete pass to the tight end. Kerwin Bell did his job. The offensive line did their job. Gators get another shot, 2nd and 10.
At the 50-yard line. 7 minutes, 57 seconds to play. The Tide of Alabama trying to protect that 14-7 lead. As Kerwin Bell looks at the Tide defense. Bell to throw, and does, and it is complete to Williams coming out of the backfield. Anthony Williams coming out of the backfield at the 42-yard line. But there was a flag back there at the 43. Ricky Thomas, the strong safety, makes the hit. It's a hold against Florida.
Well, the Gators continue to shoot themselves in the foot. It's just one penalty or one mental mistake after another. As they attempt to move the ball on offense, they have to regroup, circle the wagons, get their confidence back, start making something happen on offense. They keep going in reverse.
So they move the football back to the 40-yard line. 75 yards on penalties. That's 2nd down 20 at the 40 for the Gators.
They've lost 10 yards since they had control of the ball. 1st down on the 50.
I formation. As Kerwin Bell drops back and throws a quick one out there to Wayne Williams, who hangs on the football, and he drops the football as he is hit right at the midfield stripe. Wayne Williams was the ball carrier on that, and it was Cornelius Bennett who came in for Alabama. Let's take a look at it again.
Wayne Williams makes the reception on the screen. One way to stop the pressure from the pass rushes with the screen. Wayne gets the ball. There's big Cornelius Bennett with that great speed, but the ball is given up as he hits the turf. That's not a fumble. Ricky Nattiel recovered it anyway. Now the Gators are faced with a 3rd and 10.
The ground cannot cause a fumble. 3rd and 10. The ball at the midfield stripe now. And the Gators with 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Now they put Nattiel in motion as Bell drops, and he's under pressure. Steps out of the pocket. Still running to the left side. Now throws, and it is intercepted by Alabama. Alabama's number 56, Greg Gilbert, picks it off and runs it back. Greg Gilbert intercepts the football for Alabama, and looks like he was brought down by Ricky Nattiel. Let's take a look and see. Here's the replay as we look at Bell trying to scramble.
He's trying to get the ball to Williams, but he throws it up in the air. The ball floats right into the grasp of number 56, Greg Gilbert. Alabama gets the ball now on their own 42-yard line. 6:36 left in the 4th quarter.
So it's 1st and 10 now for Bama, and they're sitting on a 14-7 lead. Bell, the motion man, top of your screen. Pitch is going to go to Castile. Castile turns upfield, short of the midfield stripe. He gets to about the 48th before he's dropped down by Jarvis Williams. So David Castile is the ball carrier.
And he picked up 7 yards on 1st down. That's not the way to stop an offensive unit. And Alabama's got to be very excited about their running production this afternoon. 175 yards right now.
Little over 6 minutes to play. I formation now being used by Bama's Crimson Tide. And the give-off goes to the fullback, Gould, straight up the middle. Gets into Florida territory, tough yardage. Adrian White makes the hit. Castile has had 9 carries for 44 yards.
Adrian White coming up from his safety position to make the hit at the line of scrimmage. Steve Stipe doing a nice job.
5 minutes, 30 seconds to play. Bama 14-7 lead. Third down 1. Ball on the 48. Mike Shula, quarterback. Slot offense. Pitch to Castile. Castile turns upfield. He's got the first down. He's across the 30, and he's down to the 20 inside the 20-yard line before he is brought down by Louis Oliver, and there was a flag on the play.
Face mask.
Looks like that's what the call is going to be.
It's going to be another 15 yards or maybe 5 yards. Depends on if it was flagrant or not.
Against Florida, it was for the face mask. Let's take a look at it.
Well, the tailback gets outside of the containment. The safety gets caught inside. There's no one out there once he breaks loose. Castile sprinting down the sideline. Oliver grabs the face mask in his attempt to stop the ball carrier.
31-yard carry. First and 10 on the 12 for Bama. They lead 14-7. Give off goes to the Bobby Humphrey from the tailback spot, and he is to about the 8-yard line before Ron Moten brings him down. Tide leads 14-7 with 4:26 to play. Humphrey, 21 carries for 107 yards this afternoon against the Gators. Slot offense to the right side for Alabama's Crimson Tide. Mike Shula pitches to Humphrey. Humphrey is stacked up at the 3 by Florida. He's inside the 5. Louis Oliver and Pat Moore combining for the Gators.
Are you looking at the number 4 ranked team in the United States of America, the Alabama Crimson Tide? They've got a 14-7 lead, and they're driving for the kill right now.
Well, the Crimson Tide opened up with Ohio State. They beat the Buckeyes 16-10 in the Kickoff Classic in the Meadowlands. Demolished Vanderbilt 42-10 and beat Southern Mississippi 31-17. Florida opening with a win over Georgia Southern 38-14. Tech lost to Miami 23-15. 3rd and 1 at the 3. And straight up the middle goes Mike Shula, but not much there. Pat Moore makes the stop.
He didn't need much to make that first down, and now they're going to get 4 attempts to get 7.
So it's first and goal with the ball on the 1-yard line now for Bama.
342 yards total offense by that Alabama offense at this point with 3:13 left in the 4th quarter.
Clock keeps ticking away at Florida Field as the Gator D digs in, and Humphrey gets the pitch. They give him the touchdown. So the hands go up, and Alabama picks up another touchdown. And that is Bobby Humphrey carrying the football. He's had just an excellent day here at Florida Field.
And he's a fresh running back, too. He's feeling good. He's going for that end zone. All he has to do is break the plane.
He did.
Of that goal line with the football. It doesn't matter if it's an inch or a foot. Once you break the plane, it's a touchdown.
The Tide leading 20-7. Now here is Van Tiffin, Mr. Automatic. The hold is going to come from Larry Abney. The snap from Whitlock, and there it is. And it is good. And the score is Alabama 21 and Gators 7. We'll be right back. The Crimson Tide lead the Florida Gators 21-7 right now as young Mr. Tiffin gets ready to boot away. And does. High and deep. And Watkins will take it inside the end zone. He's at the 5. Coming to the near side, turns upfield and is brought down at the 12-yard line. So the Gators take it over with less than 3 minutes to play at the 12. The Alabama drive, 7 plays, 57 yards, Bobby Humphrey's 1-yard run did the job.
Alabama comes out, second half, scores 21 points, 3 touchdowns. That's very impressive offensive production.
It certainly is. Bama comes in here with a number 4 in the national ranking. And as you say, goes out in the second half and scores 21 points against the Gators. And Florida had scored first to have a 7-0 lead at the half. Kerwin Bell looking, he's being pressed, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Cornelius Bennett. Brought down at the 8-yard line.
Bennett again having that speed to come from the outside and chase Kerwin across the field, make the play from the back.
The Gators in the hurry-up offense wanting to take as much, use that clock to their advantage. It's 2nd and 15, the ball on the 8. Again, Bell to throw. Bell steps up front and hits his man, Ricky Mateo, and gets to the 26-yard line for a first down. Stopping the clock with 2:13 to play. First down for the Gators at the 26-yard line.
Gators are forced to go for the big play, obviously, trying to catch up.
And Bama can lay back defensively and wait for it. There's Bell again, stepping out of bounds as they really use it very well. As Eric Hodges, the senior from Philadelphia, Brandon Cooper takes him out as Florida picks up another first down to the 40-yard line.
2 minutes and 2 seconds, not a whole lot of time, but if perhaps the Gators could break loose with the big play, get on the board, again, the obvious attempt for the onside kick, if they can get in the end zone at least once.
That was a 14-yarder. 1st and 10 now at the 40-yard line for Florida as they drive on Bama. Bell rolling. This time he throws, and he's got his man, Ricky Mateo, at the 40-yard line.
And the clock will stop as they move the chains for the first down. The Gators need to get to the line of scrimmage to call the next play. Kerwin Bell rolls out to his right, trying to buy a little bit of time. Ricky Mateo comes back to his knees to catch the football. First down for Florida on the 38-yard line of the Crimson Tide.
21-7 is the score. Florida really trying to play catch-up. Less than 2 minutes to play. Kerwin Bell rolling to the left and across the green and steps out as the time looks upfield, throws crossfield, and he's got Anthony Williams. And Anthony Williams twists out of the grasp for one Crimson Tide player, but he is out as Vantrese Davis makes the hit. Anthony Williams, the young man from Tampa Plant, was the receiver.
124.
And we'll be back with more, but right now we'll take time out for these messages. 2nd and 9 at the 37. A minute 24 to play. Florida with the football. Driving on Alabama. They trail. Kerwin Bell throws. He's got his man Wickman coming out of bounds, stopping the clock at the 23-yard line. Brett Wickman catching the football.
1:16. The clock has stopped. The Gators desperately trying to get in the end zone.
Trailing by 2 touchdowns. Mid-State Federal Savings and Loan is performance-minded and is proud to recognize outstanding individual performance with Mid-State's most valuable player of the game award. Physical fitness, keen mental concentration, and true spirit to win is what Gator football is all about now and in the future. 1st and 10 at the 22. Bell throws, and it is incomplete. In and out at the hands of the University of Florida's Tony Lomack, number 37. Freshman running back in the football game now from Tallahassee's Leon High School. Stopping the clock, a minute 12 to play. Gators trying desperately to get some points up on that board with a little over a minute to go. Trying to use the clock every way they possibly can. Here's Wickman 20 as we look at the field level shot. Coming to the Florida bench side of the field. With the football on the 22. Kerwin Bell. Fakes, pumps, throws, and it is incomplete. Intended for Ricky Mateo. It bounces right in front of him and goes as incomplete. The clock again stops with a minute 6 to play.
Kerwin's disappointed himself right there. He tried to shoot the ball to Mateo, but the ball just came out of his hand rather lazily and bounced to Natil. It must have slipped on him. Kerwin's got a strong arm, and that ball just slipped in his hand.
3rd and 10 at the 22 now for Florida. Slot offense, and Natil is in the slot to the top of the screen. Again, Bell steps out, looks, and throws, and it is incomplete. Eric Hodges running the postman, number 10, incomplete to Hodges in the Alabama end zone. 59 seconds to play in the game.
Again, a lot of pressure on Bell as he tried to get the ball off. He had to step up. He was fighting for his life. It was a miracle he could find a receiver in the first place, but he almost got it to him.
Kerwin is 21 for 35 this afternoon, 227 yards. Again, they're going with the slot, and Hodges 10 would be to the outside. The slot man would be Natil, 89. Bell throws a quick one to Octavius Gould. Octavius is inside the 20 and inside the 15-yard line to the 14 before he is brought down. And that is it. Not enough for the first down, and so it goes over. And Alabama will take over the football with 49 seconds to play. So Bama takes over the football. They lead 21-7, 49 seconds to play at Florida Field. The Gators took possession of the lead first, leading 7-0, which they maintained throughout the first half. But Alabama came right out of the chute in the second half and put 3 touchdowns in the board, brilliantly directed by young Mike Shula. The give-off goes to Bobby Humphrey, and he hits for a couple of yards into the line.
Humphrey on the catch.
I agree. I think brilliant is the word. That offensive unit just came out the second half and took control of this football game, kept the ball away from the University of Florida, and then when the Gators had it, they had a tendency to go backwards. Octavius Gould, number 31, is our mid-state player of the game. The young freshman giving a great effort out there this afternoon.
Just done an excellent job, as Octavius Gould has been selected as the Mid-State Federal Player of the Game by Jim and I. And Mike Shula drops back, genuflects on one knee as the clock ticks away. And from Florida Field, that is the end of the football game. The Crimson Tide of Alabama 21 and the University of Florida Fighting Gators 7 this afternoon here in Gainesville.
A big step for Alabama on their way to a possible SEC championship. A big stumble for the University of Florida, although one loss does not mean you cannot win the Southeastern Conference. But as we mentioned earlier, it's a big setback to lose that first conference game, the first conference game you play.
It certainly is, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But right now, we're going to take time out for these messages from our local stations.